advised, hostile UAV incoming.
Oh my gosh, you gotta love this Call of Duty. Thank you, Treyarch, for giving me a Call of Duty where pistols are created as equal in the cruel, cruel world of assault rifles and SMGs. If you couldn't tell, I'm being really sarcastic. The pistols are crazy in this game. And what's up, guys? It's Mr. Green here, and I upload video game content all throughout the week. Whatever I find fun and entertaining, I bring to you. So if you enjoy this video, don't forget to show your support and leave a comment telling me what you think. And if you want to, hit that like button and check this guy out. You can see, I think he spawns behind me and he just runs right past me. I think he got trolled by Treyarch. I think he spawned and he was like, alright, I'm safe. I just spawned, should be good to go. And then I was there to shoot him in the back. But yeah, today we're talking about the Pig-10 system, as you can tell in the title. And I'm going to talk about why I think it failed to innovate as much as it should have, and has failed to innovate as much as I was hoping it would. A lot of you may disagree with me, a lot of you may think I'm wrong, and feel free to leave a comment down below and tell me why you think this. But moving on, I'm going to give you my reasons and my points as to why I think it failed and why it's actually a step backwards for Call of Duty. So let's talk about point number one, and before I bring up this point, I want to talk about the goal behind the Pig-10 system. So what did Treyarch and David Vonderhaar advertise the Pig-10 system as? They advertised it as a new revolutionary way to create your class in Call of Duty. A new revolutionary way where the sky is the limit. You can create your class, mix and match everything to do whatever you want it to do. You can play however you want to play. And this sounds great. Let's be honest. It sounds amazing. I really thought it was going to revolutionize the way Call of Duty was played, set a new bar for creative class standards across the board. And in my honest opinion, I think it failed to do so. Why did it fail to do so? Because if the system is so innovative, if you can really create a class however you want to create a class, why does it feel like you have to have two certain perks in the game? And we all know what two perks I'm talking about. We're talking about Hardline and Tactical Mask. Why do you feel like you have to have those two perks? Let's start with Hardline. You have to have Hardline because in Team Deathmatch, you only get 100 points per kill. And really high kill streaks are 1,700 points. Like Dogs is 1,700 points, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it's really, really hard to get those in Team Deathmatch without Hardline. So Hardline is a must. I would even say Hardline's a must in objective-based game modes. I mean, it helps so much to have Hardline on. So why is it so innovative if I feel like in order to do extremely well, I have to have a certain perk? Let's talk about Tac Mask. Why do you have to have Tac Mask? You have to have Tac Mask because if you don't, Shark Charges, Concussion Grenades, and Flashbangs are going to destroy you. They're going to just rip you apart if you don't have Tac Mask on. Shock Charges not only freeze you for about 10 seconds, they also make it to where lightning is going all over the screen. And the enemy can just pick you off, and they can not only shock you, and it's almost like a concussion grenade, but they can stick it in the wall. I'm definitely going to use Tac Mask when I'm facing people who are spamming shot grenades all over the map. Same thing with concussion grenades. With concussion grenades, it feels like you're frozen for literally about 20 seconds. I know that's an over-exaggeration, but that's how it feels. And they're not going to nerf them. David Vonderhaar has already said, no, we're not nerfing concussion grenades, and we're not nerfing shock charges because they cost a point. And I agree with them. They can't nerf them because they cost a point. So let's move on to the second point I'm going to make. Everything in this game costs 1 point. If you don't know, the Pig-10 system works to where everything in the game costs 1 point. You get to choose 10 items and mix and match however you want. And this sounds really innovative, but since everything costs a point, you're technically making everything equal when it's not. You're trying to make everything equal when it's not supposed to be equal. Concussion grenades aren't supposed to freeze somebody for 10 seconds. They've never been that way. It's not how they're supposed to be. They're not supposed to be this dominant force, but they cost a point, so they have to make them this dominant force. Same thing for your sidearms, your secondaries. TAC-45 is a 2 to 3 shot kill at medium range. That thing is ridiculous. As you saw, I went into that room with my TAC-45, lit 4 dudes up. They had no idea what hit them. The reason it has to be so strong is because it cost a point. No one's going to use it. If it costs a whole point, you only have 10 points to use, and you're spending half of those on perks. And the gun's terrible. No one's going to spend a point on a terrible sidearm. So they make it really, really good. And I think this is a step back because in life and in games, not everything is worth 1 point. You can't set 1 point to every single thing and try to make it equal. Like a football team or a baseball team, not every player is going to be equal skill level. And you can't give each player the same amount of playing time when they don't deserve the same amount of playing time. And you can't buff those players. Same thing in Call of Duty. Don't buff concussion grenades and shock charges just because they cost a point. So that's my main message behind this video, is that the pick 10 system was not as innovative. I mean, maybe make a pick 100 system. So where things cost 5 points. Certain things cost 5 points. Certain things cost 15 points. But anyway, this is just my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I'm Mr. Green. Hope you guys have a good one.